Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I am the Crafty Crocheter. Today, I will be reviewing a yarn from Red Heart that has come into the marketplace recently. In one of my previous videos, I reviewed their all-in-one granny square yarn, and as I mentioned there, I stated that I would be reviewing their Flower Power all-in-one yarn. As for the yarn itself, this is a worsened weight number 4 yarn, and according to the label, here I'm going to show you what the and according to the label, you can get 12 squares from one skein. However, with the last skein that I used before making this video, I was able to make 13. Now the recommended hook size is an I9 or 5.5mm hook, which I will be using during this video. And the way that this yarn is worked differs from the granny square yarn. It comes in a variety of color patterns, and I purchased a few others in order to make a spring-themed project. Now there is a slight difference in how this yarn is worked. The difference being that when you finish the last round of the third color, you're left with a very long tail of yarn that can be used for joining other squares together. As the granny square yarn did not provide that long tail, which would have been useful for fastening off and joining other squares together to make an afghan or some other related project. I will also provide a tutorial during this video to show you how to work with this yarn and to make a Flower Power square, and then give my overall review. So, without further ado, if you have your yarn ready, you have your hook ready, let's go ahead and get this crocheting party started. Alright everyone, here is the yarn I will be working with today. This is Red Heart's Flower Power yarn, and the slogan, no color switching, keep on stitching. And the color I chose for this tutorial is Peony Pop, and I like the color combination. You see some fuchsia here, or fuchsia, and some white and some yellow. And then on the label, this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And I will go through each round, and I will provide annotations in this video, or I can just leave the pattern in the description. But you can also find the pattern on the label, which will show you how to do it. But I will go through it with you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this tail going, and then I'm gonna pull out the yarn enough to get to that next color change. Should be there we go. And as with the granny yarn, it's different. I'm not going to do the bread tie hack because this is much easier to work with, and the color changes are very different, so you don't have to worry about when next color change is going to come up, because you'll see it right away. And then they recommend, if you see any kind of little white strip on the end, you're going to cut where that white and the yellow or the first color starts. And then, as with the granny square yarn, it is recommended to leave a 4-inch tail for the beginning part. So the reason I'm using this style hook is because the handle from the base of the shaft to the end is exactly 4 inches, so that gives me a gauge to work with. So as with the granny square yarn, or as with any project, you're gonna do your slip knot, and if you don't remember how to create a slip knot, I will show you here. So you're going to take this strand of yarn on the right, and loop it over to the left side, and make sure that this yarn goes over this strand of yarn here. Then you're going to take this yarn, then you're going to go behind that, and then you're going to see the pretzel. So then you're going to take your hook, go underneath this strand of yarn from back to front, and then you're gonna grab these 2 strands of yarn and just pull, and that is your slip knot. And don't worry if it's a little off from 4 inches, that's fine, it's not a big deal. So to start, you're gonna chain 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and chain 4, and this is the beginning of round 1. This is 2, 3 and 4. Then you're going to take your hook, go into the first chain, and you're going to slip join this together. So again, yarn over, grab your hook, go through those 2 loops, and then you're going to chain 3, and this chain 3 does count as your double crochet for the first round. So you're going to basically create 9 more double crochets in the center for a total of 10. You're going to yarn over, go through the center loop, pull up, then you're going to yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, then to the next 2 loops, and then that is your double crochet. So we're going to repeat this 8 more times to make our circle. So I'll go through that now. And mind your tension too, because you don't want to run out of yarn too soon, but I found when I worked with this yarn that I did a little bit of looser tension at the beginning. Let's see. So don't make it too tight, but also don't make it too loose. You just got to judge it just right. Then you're going to see the color change come here momentarily. And then if it's not right, you can always rip it out and do it again. So let me count my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I got 2 more to do. I think I might have did it a little too tight. Yeah, I think I did a little too tight. I'm going to start this again. I did a little too tight during the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again. We'll do looser tension this time. That's your second double crochet. Again, you're going to do this 8 more times, but make sure you have a looser tension at the beginning so you don't run out of, so you don't have too much at the end. 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so close enough to the color change. You can kind of see the white and the yellow, but let's make sure you count. You have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So when you're done with your 10th double crochet, or your 9th one, your 10th one, because the chain 3 does count. So you're going to slip join to the 3rd chain from your beginning chain, 1, 2, 3. So slip join this, and I like to try to go through both loops for more stability, but if somehow that's not possible, then I got a little issue here, so I'm just see if I can get to a better vantage point. I'm just going to go through this way and then slip join through here, and you see how the color change right here. You see the white, and then you see, there we go, that's a much better vantage point, and the white, and then this is the end of round 1. So I'm going to start now on round 2, and for round 2 you're going to start by chaining 3, 2 and 3, and then within that same slip stitch you're going to do another double crochet. Again, be mindful of your tension, and we'll make it a little looser. 2, so that's your double crochet, and you're basically going to work double crochet increases in every stitch. So I'll go ahead and do a couple more, and then I'll let you work on that and then meet you at the end of the round. So let me go ahead and do another one. So you're going to go to the next stitch, then you're going to work 2 double crochets in that same stitch, 1 and 2, and make it a little like loose tension, because I found that you're gonna have a lot more white yarn for the flower part of it. There we go, got some more yarn. So I'll work another repeat with you. So again, you're gonna go to the next stitch, yarn over, and work 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2. So when you finish with this round, you should have a total of 20 double crochets going around. So I'll let you work on that, and then once you get to the end of round 2, I will meet you there. Alright everyone, we're at the end of round 2, and you should have 20 stitches in this round. So in order to finish the round, you're going to slip join this stitch to the third chain from the starting chain of the round. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to slip join it, and again, I usually try to go through both top loops, so that was more stability. Again, if you cannot, just go through the first loop, it's fine. So you're going to go ahead and slip join it, and now that is the end of round 2. And so now we're going to start the round 3. So to start round 3, you're going to start by chaining 3. And this chain 3 will count as your double crochet for this round. So next, and then in the same stitch, you're going to do a triple or a treble crochet into that same slip stitch. Again, have a looser tension on this. Just mind your tension. And in the next stitch, you're going to work 3 triple crochets. Again, mind your tension. 1, 2, and number 3. Okay, and then in the next stitch here, you're going to work a triple crochet and a double crochet. The next stitch, go through, and then you're going to work a triple crochet in that stitch, and then within the same stitch, you're going to work a double crochet. And then in the next stitch, do a slip stitch. So take your hook and then pull through that, and then that is the first petal of the round. So I will do one more repeat, and then you're going to do this 4 more times until you get to the end here. So I'll do the repeat one more time. So in the next stitch, you're going to work a double and a triple. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the next stitch here, work a double crochet, then work a triple crochet in that same stitch, then in the next stitch you're going to work 3 triple crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and this one makes number 3. Then in the next stitch here, you're going to work a triple crochet and then a double crochet. Yarn over twice, go into the next stitch, pull up 4 loops, and then work your triple crochet. And then in that same stitch, you're going to work a double crochet. Then in this stitch, you're going to do a slip stitch. Alright, that is your second petal. So work that 3 more times until you get to the end. So you're going to work in the next stitch here, you're going to work a double crochet and a triple crochet. Then in the next stitch, you're going to work 3 triple crochets in this stitch. Then in the next stitch after that, you're going to do a triple crochet and a double crochet, and then in this next stitch here, you're going to do a slip stitch. So work on that 3 more times, and when you get to the end of the round, I will meet you there and we'll start on round 4. Alright everyone, I'm at the end of round 3. So you see how you got five petals. Start your round 1, and this is round 2, and then you got your 5 petals on the outside. So now we're gonna work with round 4, and you see the color change between the white and then the fuchsia, or you can call this fuchsia or puce or whatever color you want to call it. So then to start round 4, you're going to work a double crochet into this. Actually, work a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to work a half double crochet in the next stitch. Then in the next, you're going to work a single, then a half double, and then for the remaining 2, you're doing double crochets. So I will work a couple of those repeats and go from there. So go ahead. So in this stitch, work a double crochet, 1, and then in the next stitch you're going to do a double crochet, and that is 2. And then in the next stitch you're going to work a half double crochet. So yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up 3 loops in the hook, pull some more yarn over here, and then you're going to pull through all 3 loops for your half double crochet. Then in the next you're going to work a single crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to work a half double. So basically you're doing everything in reverse on the other side of the petal. So then in the last 2 stitches here and here, you're going to work a double crochet in each of those. Then you're going to work a triple crochet in the double down here. So you're going under here, and you're going to the second round, and work underneath there. So I'll show you. So loop over twice, then take your hook, and then I'll spread it out a little bit. Then go through, not this round, I keep saying round, but from the second round, go underneath here, and then you're going to pull the yarn up. And then you're going to work your triple crochet in that row. And don't worry, I'll do another repeat so that way you have an idea of what's going on. So we're on the second petal, so you're going to do basically the same thing on all of these petals. So in the next stitch, in this stitch here, you're going to work a double crochet, in the next stitch you're going to also work a double crochet, in the next stitch work a half double crochet. Try it again. This got loose on me. And then in the next stitch you're going to work a single crochet, in the next stitch a half double crochet, in the next 2 work a double in each of these. So in this stitch here, work a double crochet, in the next stitch work a double crochet, and then you're going to work a triple crochet in this between these 2 bars of round 2. So loop over the hook twice, and then go through this underneath where this slip stitch is. You're going to go underneath here to the second round, and then pull up, and then work your triple crochet. Pull some more yarn because this is the last color of the square. So for the repeat, after you work your triple crochet, in the next stitch, this stitch here, work a double crochet, this stitch double crochet, the next stitch half double, and the next stitch a single crochet, and the next stitch half double, and then this stitch a double crochet, this stitch a double crochet, and then work your triple in between the two double crochets of round 2 underneath where the slip stitch is from the third round, and work your triple. So you're going to work that all the way around until you get to the end. Then once you get to the end, I will show you what to do next to start round 5. Alright, so I'm at the end of round 4, and I finished my last triple crochet. So to finish the round, you're going to slip join to the second stitch in the petal. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go slip stitch. Then there is your completed round 4. Now to start round 5, you're going to chain 6. And this chain 6 will count as your triple crochet and your chain 1 for the corner. So to start the first side, you're going to work a triple crochet into the same slip stitch that you had worked with. So go ahead, into the same slip stitch you're going to work a triple crochet, and this is your corner, start of your corner for the side. In the next, so to start the side, you're going to work 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So in the next stitch, work 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And then after that you're going to chain 1, and then in the next stitch you're going to work a double crochet. So in this stitch here, you're going to work a double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to work a half double crochet. So in the next stitch, you're going to work a half double. Then in the next stitch, you're going to work a single crochet. Then chain 1. Then skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after that, so skip this stitch and go into the next stitch and work a single crochet. Then in the next stitch, I'm going to pull some more yarn. In the next stitch, you're going to work a half double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to work a double crochet. Then after that double crochet, you're going to chain 1. And then in the next stitch, you're going to work 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. So in the next stitch, you're going to work a triple crochet, chain 1, and then work another triple crochet. So your first triple crochet into the next stitch after your second double. There's your triple crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and then work another triple crochet into that same stitch. Then your corner is formed for the next side. So I'll do the repeat one more time, and then I'll let you work that 2 more times, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. So let me go ahead and work that repeat again. Pull some more yarn, because again, this is the last color of the square. So after that, you're going to work 2 double crochets into the next stitch. It's 1 in the same stitch again. 2. Get this yarn out of the way. See how your corner is starting to form a little bit for the side. Then after that second double, you're going to chain 1, and then in the next stitch, you're going to work another double crochet. And then in the next stitch, you're going to work a half double crochet. Sometimes you got to finesse that through a little bit. Then in the next stitch, you're going to work a single crochet. Then after that single crochet, you're going to chain 1. Then skip the next stitch and then go to, so basically you're going to the second, you're going one, skip this stitch and then go to the next stitch and work your single crochet. Then you're basically doing everything in reverse that you did from here on. So after that single crochet, you're going to go into the next stitch and work a half double crochet. Then go ahead and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one. Then work 2 double crochets into the next stitch. One and 2. And then in the next stitch, you're going to work a triple crochet, then chain one, and then work another triple crochet. So in that stitch, this is going to form your corner, so go ahead and work a triple crochet in that stitch, chain one, and then work another triple crochet into the same chain, the same stitch. And then there's your corner is made for this side. So after that second triple crochet into the next stitch, you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain one, then in the next stitch work a double crochet, in the next stitch work a half double crochet, in the next stitch work a single crochet, chain one, skip the next stitch, then the stitch after that you're going to work a single crochet, in the next stitch after that you're going to work a half double crochet, in the next stitch work a double crochet, chain one, and then into the next stitch you're going to work 2 double crochets, and the next stitch after that you're going to work a triple crochet, chain one, and then work another triple crochet into the same stitch. And you're going to repeat that all around until you get to this final corner, and then once you're done, you're there, I will meet you at the end of round 5. Alright, so I'm nearing the end of round 5, and you see I ran into this a couple times when I was working with this yarn before this video, and even though you worked into the next stitch after the half double, did I mess it up? No, okay. Let's check my work. Anyway, after that first double, you're gonna chain one, and then you're gonna work 2 more double crochets, but then see how there's no next stitch there? So what I do is I will work 2 double crochets into that space. 1, 2, and you'll get this sometimes, but if you don't get that and you get that next stitch, just work into that next stitch. But if some chance you somehow miscalculate or you don't get that extra stitch you need, then I usually just work the 2 double crochets into that next chain space, or into that under that same loop. And then to finish the round, you're going to slip join to the 4th chain from this beginning chain. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to insert your hook into that 4th loop, and then you're just going to slip join it. And so that is the end of round 4. You see it's kind of a square, but the last round will even that out. So to start round 6, you're going to slip join through this corner chain space. So just take your hook and just do a slip stitch through this chain space, this corner chain space. So then you're going to work 3 half double crochets into this chain space. So let's go ahead, and this is going to form your corner. And these are half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. And then this is the start of round 6. So then you chain 3 after that first trio of half double crochets, and then you're going to work 3 more half double crochets into the same corner chain space. 1, 2, and 3. So you see how your final corner is starting to form for the square. So then the next thing you're going to do after that third half double is done, you're going to chain 1, and then in the next chain space you're going to work 3 half double crochets. So go into the next chain space and work 3 half double crochets. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 1. And you're basically going to repeat this until you get to this corner, and I'll show you what to do when we get to the corner. And if you have issues like I did, if you have an issue with trying to find your chain space, the trick is always count three posts, so that way you know where that chain space is. Say, especially for the middle part, especially for in this section. So I usually count the 3 posts, and then you're going to find that chain space. When you count 3 posts, 1, 2, 3, then you're going to work your 3 half doubles into that chain space. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1. Then go into the next chain space and work 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Then you're coming up upon your corner chain space. So within that chain space, work 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and this will be number 3. So then you just completed your first side. So since we're coming upon starting a new side, you're going to chain 3 after you finish that third half double crochet. So chain 3, then you're going to work 3 more half double crochets into the same chain space. 1, and you want to tighten this up a little bit. 2, and 3. Then there's your corner for your second side, and then I'll do a repeat one more time, and then I'll let you work the other 2 sides, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. So then after that third half double crochet of this corner, you're going to chain 1, and then work 3 half doubles into the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And again, if you're having issues trying to find the chain spaces, just count every 3 posts is a chain space. So from here, 1, 2, 3, chain space. 1, 2, 3, chain space. Especially in the middle, it's kind of harder to tell because of those single crochets. But every third post will have a chain space in case you're having an issue trying to find it while you're working these half double crochets. After you chain 1, you're going to work 3 half doubles into the next chain space. This will be number 3. Chain 1, work 3 half double crochets into the next chain space. 2, 3, chain 1. Then you're coming up upon your corner for the end of the second side. So work 3 half double crochets into that corner chain space. Okay, and then you're starting a new side, so you're going to chain 3, then work 3 more half double crochets into the same chain space. That's number 3, and there's your corner. Alright, so I'm gonna let you work the last 2 rounds. So I'll go ahead and I will remind of what needs to be done. So after this third, let me see if we can see it. There we go. So after this third half double of the trio, you're gonna chain 1, go to the next chain space, work 3 half double crochets, chain 1, go to the next chain space, work 3 half double crochets, chain 1, go to the next chain space, work 3 half double crochets, chain 1, go to the corner chain space, work 3 half double crochets, and then to start the new side you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to work 3 more half double crochets into the same chain space, and you're going to repeat that until you get to the end of the round. So I will meet you at the end of round 6. Alright, we're at the nearing the end of round 6. So you see you've worked your last trio of triple crochet, not triple, 3 half double crochets into that chain space, and we're coming up upon the first trio of half double crochets you worked in this chain space. So to finish the round, you're going to chain 1 from this trio of half double crochets, and you're going to slip join to the first half double crochet of this trio. Go ahead and slip join that, and then basically your square is made. So then you have see what I mean by you have all this extra tail of yarn, and you see the color differentiation between the beginning of the second square and the end of the first square. You're just going to take your scissors and cut right at that line, and then you're just going to fasten off. So I like to use Creative Grandma's technique, and I'm going to chain 2, pull the yarn through the loop, and since this is a longer tail you may have to work with it without it getting stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Then you're going to grab this, pinch it, and then pull up on this strand of yarn. So pinch and pull. And what this does, it creates a secure knot. And then there is your completed Flower Power square. And then you have this extra tail of yarn that you can use for joining your squares together. Alright, and that is your completed square. So as for my review of the Red Heart Flower Power yarn, I didn't have too much difficulty with it. The one thing I did notice though was during the third round, which is the second color of it, I was finding myself having a little bit of extra yarn for that, even though you adjusted your tension. I adjusted my tension several times and it still had some extraneous second color yarn. So to resolve that, I weaved in the extra yarn into the stitches and just did slip stitches, and then worked it until I got to the spot where I needed to be to commence the color change. But overall it was easy to work with, and I love the fact that the fourth color is really long because it allows you to have a tighter crochet versus a looser crochet for the first 3 sections or the first 3 rounds. So my review of the yarn, it's easy to work with and the color changes are seamless, and that's all I have. Alright, enjoy the yarn, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I hope this inspires you to go out and purchase this yarn and try it out for yourself. Oh, I also have an update on the Easter Bunny Afghan that I was working on when I mentioned it during one of my previous videos. It's completed now, and I will show it to you now. So hopefully I can get this all in one shot. This is a pretty big blanket. Pretty big blanket. It's a huge blanket. I love the way it came out. I love the color pattern, and I did a simple picot border on this. I think the only thing I would do next time would be I would do a single crochet base border first before doing the picot, because I had a little bit of difficulty trying to find the right spots to work the picot, especially down the sides of the yarn. I mean the sides of the Afghan. So if anyone's interested in making that Afghan, please let me know. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope everyone's day goes well. And as a friendly reminder, this is a safe and creative space for everybody. So please do not leave any negative or derogatory comments. And I am thankful for my subscribers, and I've seen a few more subscribe to the channel recently. So thank you for that. And I hope to get more subscribers to spread my message. And on that note, take care of yourself and each other.